and I wasn't quite ready. But hey everyone. Ooh, come over here. Hey everybody. So this is what we're on Thursday now, so it's a day before the Mental Health Awareness Week. Then I just wanted to talk about fear and how I kind of overcame most of the things I was afraid of, especially when, like I said, when you don't have family here. The one thing I've really had to overcome is the fear of failure, and how I did that is by literally changing what failure meant. I recognized that pretty much all the things that I thought I had failed at were just expectations that were put on me by maybe my society, my family, my surroundings, but I'd never actually defined what success meant for me. So the more I've started to define what success means for me, it meant that the things that I was calling failure were actually not failure but tests. They were actually things that taught me how not to do something. So kind of the one thing that kind of comes to mind is I've always thought I was a failure in my marriage, but then honestly when I kind of look back, the reasons I got married were all the wrong reasons, I think, anyway. But I still went ahead with it anyway. That's the thing, hindsight is such a good and amazing thing. And it's realizing, like, the fear of going into new relationships for me is now I'm having to reframe that. Rather than fear of failure, I'm now saying that I'm not afraid to want what I want anymore, because I've defined what I want, and I'm not afraid to want what I want. I'm not afraid to want what I want, even if it contradicts with anyone else's beliefs of what they think I should have. I'm not afraid to want marriage, even if it doesn't look like your conventional marriage that everybody else has. I'm not afraid to be the businesswoman that I want to be within a relationship that supports me. For me, my experience has taught me that fear is really just an illusion. Fear is pretty much something I had been focusing rather than focusing on my faith. So when I change it round, I now have faith in my success rather than fear in my fear of failing. So I have faith of success, faith for success, put it that way. So I now have faith for success. I am now thinking of the things that I want, and I'm thinking of the surroundings that I want, and I'm creating that within my mind, and my faith is helping me to visualize it and see it and bring it forward into this existence, into where I am. So on that note, it's all about how you handle fear and how you perceive the meaning of failure. So that is what has kind of helped me overcome the fear of failing now. I'm still a work in progress. There's some things that I'm still afraid of, but I'm working through them. But it's now a case of I'm not even afraid to fail anymore, because that doesn't even exist. It's like failure to me is just a way of discovering how not to do something. I hope that, I hope that did something for you. Just me sharing my story about being a diasporan woman in UK 21 years later and finding my voice, and I hope that helps somebody, because honestly fear is really at the root of all our problems. Most of the time we tend not to do things because we fear the outcome, we fear the perceived outcome, whereas once we start to have faith, we can then hope for the success of the perceived, of the hope for the success of what we perceive and what we want. Anyway, have a lovely day. I'm actually going to attempt to make some cheesecake. I'm going to add a little bit more. So today I'm making this greens cheesecake. I'm going to add some fruit, and I've just put some lemon in these frozen fruits so it can actually soak in. And I'm gonna add some cinnamon as well to the cream mix, and it just gives it a bit of a kick and a punch. Anyway, it's been lovely, and I might catch you tomorrow. Never know.